Hi. Yeah, so I am sitting here being a not so good diabetic reseller. It is Saturday, March 15th. I'm exhausted, but a really good exhaustion. Um, the reseller remix was amazing. I stepped out of my comfort zone multiple times. It was really good to um, network and meet some amazing people that I think will be good friends and people that can really inspire one another. Um, it was a true experience, and if you're a reseller, I would suggest trying to go to a convention or, where a place, and they're not always conventions, there might be a meetup or there might be just others in your area that you can connect with. And it's always a great thing to have someone that you can tag and say, hey, I'm not sure about this. Or they can tag you and say, hey, what do you think about that? So, yeah, things haven't changed in my book world. I'm not home by myself listening to a book while I'm working. So yeah, those books are going pretty darn slow. So we're just going to skip over that for right now. Um, I will tell you, I did have an incident. Um, it was either Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning. I honestly can't remember when it was. But, um, I went to the gym and, I worked out. I didn't do too much. It was, an easy workout. I wanted to make sure that, I didn't hurt my knee too bad, and then I wouldn't be able to do other things. So, I went on the bike. I was there for, like, 20 minutes, and I did a couple of, sit stands, um, for another 15 minutes or so. And and then I started to not feel so good. And I started to get um, blurry vision and spots before my eyes. And so I walked back to the room, and my sugar started to crash. Um, and I used all the regular techniques. I even had I always have something that has a ton of sugar in it just in case. And so usually just candy of some sort. And I had a caramel that my daughter had given me for Christmas, and I had that, and it was really getting bad. And I even had to, I had to ask Samantha to hold my hand because I was getting scared. I was really getting scared. But it was a day that we needed to be there super early, and everyone had woken up kind of late. And obviously, if they would have waited for me, they would have been late as well. So when I started to feel a little bit better, I was like, just go, and I'll Uber over there. And oh yeah, yeah, Uber, can you get that? I have been pretty scared to do the Uber thing by myself, but hey, I did what I had to do, and um, they got there, and I wanted to get there before 9 because they were handing out some raffle tickets, and I wanted a chance to win. And if you weren't there by 9, you know, you're out of luck. So, I got dressed real quick. I got an Uber. I went over to the blind center and I got there at 9 exactly. So, yeah, that worked out. But it was a little scary. And I wonder if I had gone by myself, um, obviously, I would have been fine, but, Samantha and Molly were there to, just talk to me and calm me down. So maybe if that happens to you and you're by yourself, maybe you pick up the phone. Sometimes I call my husband and I'm like, "Dude, I'm not feeling good. Please just talk to me until I get home." Um, and he would tell me, just you take it easy. And he would clock the 15 minutes. He's like, okay, it's 15 minutes, pull over and check your sugar or look at your pump or, whatever. So maybe that's an idea that you can take with you. But definitely, yeah, I will tell you that I do not have a glucagon pen, because I'm not a good diabetic. It's not the truth, but the real deal is they're expensive, and I I would buy them and they would go bad. And granted, the day that I need one, and um, and I don't have it, I would not think that spending that money would be a waste, right? And I guess that's something I really need to think about. Um, yeah, I think I really need to think about that. Um, so, all right, what else happened? So, Wednesday, oh, um, so Wednesday, we went to the conference, and every year they, Katie and Vicky, who are the co-owners with Teresa Cox, or T Money as we all know her, always do what's called a crawl through Fremont Street. And we all meet at the container park, and they have this huge praying mantis in the front of it, which I think it's every 30 minutes. Um, it blows out smoke and makes this bang noise. It's pretty amazing. But then from there, we just, start walking and having fun, and everyone just, goes on their merry way. They stop here and have some drinks, stop there and have some drinks. Well, I um I saw a good friend, Trish Glenn, and she had a drink in her hand, and I was like, "Oh, that looks really good." And she's like, "Oh, it is so good. It is delicious." I'm like, "Oh," and she offered me a sip, and I was like, "Oh, I have got to have one of those." And she's like, "Oh, come on, let's go get one." So I did, and it is an espresso martini with peanut butter whiskey. And any of you who know Trish know she just loves her some peanut butter whiskey. So I had one of those, and it's getting close to 9 o'clock, and I'm like, oh no, I have got to have another one as I'm walking through Fremont. And one slip up, I forgot that while you're in the container park, you can't take a drink outside of the container park area. I don't know the rules. I don't know why, but there's a policeman over there, and a lot of people are a lot slicker than I am. I'm not smart enough to put it under my jacket or walk out. But, so I had gone and I got, a second one, although this one was a little different because they didn't have any more peanut butter whiskey. So they had vodka in it, which was, yeah, it was still good, not as good, but it was still good. But I'm like, "Hey, I can't down this, no way." So I had a little bit of help from my friends. Ben, thank you, shout out. Jason, thank you, shout out. So they helped me finish it, and we went along on a merry way. But ever since then, I've been obsessed with this stupid drink, and I was feeling good. I was really, really feeling good. And, I think I've made a decision that I just need to start drinking more espresso martinis with peanut butter whiskey. So we passed by the Golden Nugget, and a little bit further down between the Golden Nugget and Circa, it was this, 90s, band, and we just stopped there. A lot of people that we knew that was in the conference was there, and we were dancing up a storm and singing. I'm surprised that I could talk the next day because I was jumping up and down. I was like, "Oh yeah, let's go, let's go." It was really, really, really good. And yeah, I was jumping up and down, and my little knee was a good girl. She kept me up, and she really was sporting the dancing. She was a good girl. So yeah, that was awesome. That was amazing. I had the best time ever. So yeah, so that's how that day ended. And then Thursday we had, other speakers and whatnot. But I will tell you, um, that there was this team, and it's Rod from Picking and Punching, and Carrie from American Arbitrage. And they go around the United States and they do yard sales, and they pick up tons and tons and tons of stuff in at yard sales. So I was really inspired by that. Um, I don't do yard sales enough. And when we do have yard sales, I get discouraged. So I'll go to one, I'll go to, a second one. I'm like, I don't find anything. It's all junk, whatever. And then I'll stop. But you know what? We can never stop, right? We always have to continue. One of these days, one time, I am going to walk into an estate sale or a yard sale, and I am going to find the best stuff ever, and I'm going to get it for a really good deal. They gave me some great um, negotiating tips. They gave me some great inspiration. I was really, really impressed by their business model. It was awesome. And right after that, they, not we, but they usually do not Rod and Carrie. I don't want you to get confused. I'm talking about Boss Reseller Remix. So Teresa, Katie, and Vicky usually have a whatnot show, and they sell products, merchandise to raise money for the Blind Center of Nevada. And that goes, live. And I picked up some headshots of music stars. And I believe I have a headshot of Brad Paisley. Brad Paisley. I love him. I love him. So that after that, they feed us dinner, and then we just kind of party. And they have this back area, and they have a whole bunch of games, air hockey, which I absolutely love, and Trish beat my butt twice. Hmm. I played tennis, and and Brian Conway beat my butt in that twice. Obviously, I'm not really good at this stuff. So, but that was so much fun. It was really cold, like really cold. But in that little garage shed thing that we did, that they had that stuff in, it was nice and cool. It was really great. So that's how we ended that. It was amazing. It was an amazing 4 days, and I learned so much, and I met so many new people, that it's wonderful. I'm so high on that. And then we took it easy on Friday morning. We uh, we got into the rental, and we started driving to Utah to meet up with our friend Jill. And we stopped at, a thrift store, and I found a couple of things, not too much. And we're here at the Airbnb, or with our friend Jill. And we are taking it very easy, and we are going to go see some sights. Jill's going to take us to see some sights, and we're going to, do a little bit of thrifting, and then who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? Oh, some of the girls, have never eaten at In-N-Out Burger, so that's lunch. Um, I don't know, I've gone there once. I wasn't impressed, but then again, we'll see, right? I'm a different person now, so, maybe I'll find something I like. Yeah. I hooked up with my son Matthew, because since they'd never been there, and we have an In-N-Out in Houston, and my son absolutely loves In-N-Out. I was like, "Hey, dude, what do we order?" And he gave me all the deets on that. So it was sweet of him to hook me up and tell me what I needed to do. So it was awesome. So I will. Uh, I hope you take care of yourself, and I will see you soon. Bye.